Since 1992, Steakhouse has been part of many family memories in Saudi Arabia. It started with one dream to bring quality steaks and fresh meals to the table. More than 30 years later, the dream is still alive and growing. Today, I'm visiting their branch here in Khobar city on Prince Turkey Street. From the moment you arrive, you can feel a warm and organized atmosphere. The building looks clean, simple, and welcoming, just like their food philosophy. You can see their logo clearly from the street, and the entrance is easy to find. Steakhouse believes that good food and good service should always come together. Their long history appears in every detail, from the entrance to the friendly atmosphere inside. Let us step inside and see what they have prepared for us today. Hi guys, this is Yazan. Today I will take you with me to Steakhouse Restaurant, one of the most famous American restaurants in Khobar City. I will be ordering several dishes from their menu, and I will be sharing my honest review. No filters, no fluff. From starters to dessert, we will be diving into the full experience. So join me today for lunch and let's discover together if this place is really worth the hype. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's give it a try, guys. When we arrived at Steakhouse, we found free parking easily. It made the start of our visit smooth and relaxed. At the entrance, there was a ramp for wheelchairs, making it easy for everyone to come inside. The dining area was big and ready for visitors, with clean tables all around. In the middle, there was a big island where fresh hot and cold drinks were prepared. Behind it, the famous salad and soup bar was full of colorful, fresh choices. There were many types of salads like macaroni, potato, and fresh vegetables to build your own. You could add different dressings and toppings to make it your way. This island separated Steakhouse from its sister restaurant called Piat. At the back, the kitchen was busy with chefs preparing delicious meals. The seating was a mix of booths and tables, but the tables were a little close to each other. At first, the space felt calm, but later it got a little noisy when the restaurant filled up. There was a closed section that could have helped spread the guests better if it was open. Overall, the entrance and inside gave a warm, lively, and welcoming feeling to start the meal. The menu at Steakhouse is full of choices. They offer steaks, burgers, chicken, seafood, salad, desserts, and drinks. The steak section is large. You can choose cuts like ribeye, sirloin, or Wagyu. The New York Steak Diane comes with mushroom sauce and caramelized onions. It's one of their most popular dishes. If you like chicken, they have many options too. You can try grilled, fried, or spicy chicken. Some dishes come with rice, mashed potatoes, or fries. There are seafood platters with salmon and shrimp pasta. Vegetarian choices are limited but available. You can find salads, sides, and some starters without meat. They also have a big salad and soup bar. You can build your own salad and enjoy endless servings. For drinks, they offer mojitos, iced tea, coffee, and soft drinks. We love the blueberry mojito. It was cold, sweet, and fresh. For desserts, they serve chocolate cake, brownies, and tiramisu. There is no special kids menu, but dishes like sliders and chicken tenders are good for children. Some meals show calorie count and spicy symbols, but allergy warnings are not clearly mentioned in the menu. Overall, the menu is big, colorful, and has something for everyone. When we sat down, the waiter brought us a basket of complimentary bread. The bread was warm and soft inside but crispy on the outside. It was brushed with butter, garlic, and little green herbs. It smelled so good and looked fresh from the oven. On the side, they gave us a small bowl of butter. You can add more butter if you like it richer. This complimentary bread was a very nice start before the meal. And the best part, it was offered with no charge. We also wanted to try the salad bar, so we added one order to share. And honestly, it was enough for two people. We filled our plate with many types of salads. Each one looked fresh and colorful. We started with the macaroni salad. It was creamy and sweet. Then we tried the potato salad. Soft, smooth, and very rich in flavor. Next on the plate was the coleslaw, made with cabbage and carrots in a light, creamy dressing, crunchy and refreshing. We also added the quinoa and black bean salad. This was new to us but really tasty. There was also a chickpea salad with small diced vegetables, simple, healthy, and full of flavor. We also picked a broccoli salad. It was mixed with raisins and creamy sauce, sweet, crunchy, and very fresh. And finally, we had the chicken salad, tender chicken, soft pasta, and creamy dressing. So good together. All the salads we chose were fresh and delicious. You can really taste the quality in every bite. A beautiful start to the meal and totally worth it. The Southwest Nachos was the first thing we tried at Steakhouse. The plate came full of crispy tortilla chips topped with warm melted cheese, jalapenos, and fresh pico de gallo. There was a big scoop of guacamole on the side plus sour cream that made every bite rich and creamy. The tomatoes and onions in the pico were fresh, and the green onions added a nice touch of flavor. We loved the mix of textures, crunchy chips with smooth guacamole and soft melted cheese. The jalapenos gave a little heat, but it was not too spicy. It was just the right balance. Every bite was exciting. The sour cream cooled things down while the cheese pulled everything together. It felt like a perfect dish to share with someone, big enough for two but easy to finish if you're hungry. It is a great choice if you want something fun and full of flavor before the main meal. These nachos were not just tasty, they made a strong first impression and set the tone for the rest of the food. This was our first time trying Wagyu Steak Bites at Steakhouse. We have always heard how good Wagyu is, so we were very excited. The dish came in a small black cast iron pan. Inside the pan, there were 6 bite-sized pieces of steak. They were sitting on a bed of creamy mushroom sauce. In the middle of the dish, there was a pile of thin fried onions. The meat was soft, juicy, and cooked just right. Every bite had a strong, rich flavor. The mushroom sauce gave a smooth and earthy taste. It mixed well with the steak and made it taste even better. The onions on top were crispy and a little sweet. They added a nice crunch to every bite. The dish looked beautiful and felt warm and homemade. It was the perfect dish to start the meal with. We really enjoyed it and would order it again. For the main course, I ordered the New York Steak Diane. It was a big, juicy piece of steak cooked the way I like it. The steak was covered with mushroom sauce and caramelized onions. The sauce was rich, creamy, and full of flavor. The caramelized onions added a sweet and deep taste. Each bite of the steak had a soft texture and strong beef flavor. The steak was cooked medium just like I asked. It was still pink inside and very tender. Next to the steak there was mashed potatoes and some grilled vegetables. The mashed potatoes were smooth and buttery. They went very well with the mushroom sauce. The vegetables on the side were simple but fresh. There were pieces of carrots, zucchini, and green beans. They were lightly cooked to keep their flavor and crunch. The whole plate felt balanced and complete. I really enjoyed the steak. It was the star of the meal. This is the steakhouse skillet, and I chose it with grilled chicken breast. The chicken is served hot on a sizzling iron plate. It is placed on top of creamy mushroom sauce. The sauce was warm, smooth, and had a strong mushroom flavor. On the side, I got crispy French fries and mixed vegetables. The vegetables were steamed and full of color: carrots, broccoli, and zucchini. The chicken breast was juicy, grilled with nice brown lines on top. The meat was tender and very easy to cut with the knife. The flavor of the sauce mixed well with the grilled chicken. Each bite was rich and full of creamy goodness. The dish looked a little different than what I saw in the menu picture, but the taste was really good, and I still recommend trying it. If you love grilled chicken with a soft, creamy sauce, this plate is a good choice. It is a warm, filling dish perfect for a full lunch or dinner. After the main course, it was time for something sweet. We chose the chocolate tiramisu and a cup of American coffee. Now, I have to say, I'm not usually a fan of tiramisu, but this one was different. It really surprised me. It came on a small glass plate, soft and creamy. The top was dusted with fine cocoa powder, which gave it a rich chocolate flavor. But what made it special was the chocolate sauce on the side. It was served in a tiny ramekin, and you can pour as much as you like. When I added the sauce, the dessert became sweeter and deeper in flavor. Every bite was soft, bold, and full of flavor. It was a lovely way to end the meal. Simple, elegant, and full of flavor. If you are visiting Steakhouse, I recommend trying this dessert. Even if you are not a tiramisu person, this one might change your mind. This is the classic mojito, a drink that feels like summer in a glass. Cool, fresh, and full of life. It starts with the fresh mint leaves. The smell is sweet, green, and relaxing. Then comes the lime, a sharp citrus taste that wakes up your mouth. We added soda water for bubbles and sparkle. No sugar, no syrup, just light and clean. The ice keeps it cool and refreshing, and the mint and the lime on top make it look beautiful. One sip and it is so fresh. The mint is gentle, the lime is bright, and the bubbles dance on your tongue. It is a perfect choice when you want something light and natural. Simple ingredients, beautiful presentation, and a refreshing taste that makes you smile. That is the classic mojito. Fresh, light, timeless. This is the blueberry mojito, a drink full of color, life, and fresh taste. It starts with real blueberries, sweet, juicy, and full of flavor. Then we add fresh lime. Its sour taste makes the drink more exciting. Fresh mint brings a cool green feeling. A splash of soda lifts everything up with a gentle fizz. No heavy sugar, just nature in a glass. The deep purple color is beautiful and rich. Each sip gives you sweet berries, citrus, and sparkle. It's cold, it's smooth, and it feels like a fresh breeze. Perfect on a hot day or when you want something special. It's a mix of fruit and freshness in perfect balance. This drink is more than just pretty, it's full of feeling. Natural, refreshing, delicious. That is blueberry mojito, a taste you will always remember. This is the final touch to my meal, a warm cup of Americano coffee. At first glance, it looked strong and deep, but the aroma, wow, it was bold but smooth. I took a sip and it was perfect. Not too bitter, not too sour. Just a clean, rich coffee taste that fills your mouth. It felt like the right ending after a great meal. It helped bring out the flavors of the dessert. I loved how it was served in a ceramic cup with this rustic look. It made the whole moment feel cozy and relaxed. Sometimes it's not just about coffee. It's about how it's make you feel. And this one, it made me slow down and enjoy. It was the kind of coffee you drink slowly with peace. And yes, I would definitely order it again. The fresh salad price was 35.65 Saudi Riyal. The Southwest Nachos price was 63.48 Saudi Riyal. The Wagyu Steak Bites price was 68.70 Saudi Riyal. The New York Steak Diane price was 152.17 Saudi Riyal. The chicken skillet price was 77.39 Saudi Riyal. The chocolate tiramisu price was 39.13 Saudi Riyal. The classic mojito price was 22.61 Saudi Riyal. The blueberry mojito price was 22.61 Saudi Riyal. The Americano coffee price was 12.18 Saudi Riyal. The total plus the value added tax, which is 15%, is 634 Saudi Riyal. This visit to Steakhouse left me with a very positive feeling. Let me take you through how I felt about the food, the service, and the atmosphere. Let us start with the food. Everything we tried tasted fresh, flavorful, and cooked with real care. The Wagyu steak bites were tender and juicy, and the mushroom sauce added deep flavor. The nachos were full of flavor and had great texture. The salad bar was one of the best features, clean, fresh, and full of variety. Even the complimentary bread at the start had flavor and nice texture. The only detail that held me back from giving a full 5 was the presentation of the grilled chicken. It looked a bit different from the menu picture, and for some guests that might create a small disappointment. Still, the taste was excellent. So for the food, I give 4.5 out of 5. Now let us talk about the service. The staff were professional, friendly, and always nearby if we needed anything. They explained the menu clearly and gave us time to enjoy our meal without pressure. Busy time well and still made sure every table was cared for. From start to finish, the service was smooth and polite. That's why I give the service a full 5 out of 5. Now for the atmosphere, the space inside was large, clean, and nicely organized. There was a beautiful salad and beverage station in the center. The kitchen was open and full of movement. It gave a nice energy. But when the restaurant started to get full, the tables felt too close. It made things feel a little noisy and less comfortable. There was a closed section that could have been opened to give more space. That's why I give the atmosphere 4 out of 5. Before I end, I want to highlight 2 very important things. First, parking was very easy. The restaurant is located in a plaza that has its own large parking area for all visitors. Second, the entrance has a ramp for wheelchair users, which makes it comfortable for everyone. This shows the restaurant care for clients' comfort and accessibility. So overall, it was a great dining experience, full of taste, care, and hospitality. If you're in Khobar and looking for a well-balanced steakhouse meal, this place is worth a visit. So this was my experience today at Steakhouse Restaurant. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, drop a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching. And just remember, each bite tells a story. See you next one. Bye.